Alright guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Steve, and today I'm gonna go help my buddy Nick out. His driver is either on vacation or I don't know. He's just not here today. So he asked me to move a machine for him before I go haul sand for him to beach job that he's doing. So for those of you that don't know, actually when I first started the YouTube channel here, I was moving machines still with the low bed. It's one of the first videos that I did on the channel, actually, was moving that big Volvo. That was on this trailer here, which is a really nice trailer. It's a Fontaine. But my background is, all throughout my 20s, I was I also was a low bed driver for another company. I did everything there, but I did a lot of low bed stuff. I've always tried to do a little bit of everything. I get bored doing one thing, and I enjoy driving. Some people get freaked out when they're driving and stressed out. Oh, just kicking the tires. I don't think we're gonna need the rear axle, but we'll just check it anyways. So when I got here this morning, this is Monday, the truck started up and then it died. I didn't get that on camera, which is fine because it was dark out anyways. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock right now. But this thing started up, it was running for like a minute and then it shut off. So I didn't want to mess with it because it's not mine, so the mechanic came out and the mechanic took care of it. What it was, I don't know. I didn't ask. I'll put that there. I didn't ask. All I know is it's like newer than mine. This is a DEF truck, so could be anything. I'm not a DEF guy. So we got fuel. Yep. I don't think that time is right. Maybe that time is right. I don't know. 7:30. Well, we were waiting for the mechanic. Windshield wipers. Turn on some lights here because it's raining, and then auxiliary switch for the cool stuff. Gotta have that. What I'm gonna do is push in the red button and charge up the air on the trailer. I actually had this truck when my buddy, when he first bought this, it was mine. Bump up the idle here and hazards. See, on the older trucks, the hazard button is right here. I'm so used to pulling them out. But on the newer trucks, you gotta go looking for it, and I haven't driven this one in a little while. So, then what else? Put my headset right here for now, hands-free. So, both of my sons are in Florida visiting their grandparents, so I'm just kind of doing like oddball stuff. I have a few jobs that are going on with my business. We're waiting on a wall. I'm waiting on a wall to be done. I bid on a bunch of septics. I'm waiting on those. Some other miscellaneous stuff, but I think the economy's starting to slow down quite a bit. People just don't have the money to do the like the landscapey type projects. Those are not a necessity, so we are bidding on a lot of septics. However, the big baller, low ballers are bidding down the price on that. So I'm finding other stuff to do, and one of them is been hauling sand for my buddy Nick, and also just bidding on stuff. And until my boys come home, we are going to do whatever. They're gone for like a week. Alright, PTO's on now. Like I said, I haven't driven this truck in a while, so give me a minute. Dump the bags. Airbags, for you that don't know, for the trailer. So you want to make sure your truck is straight. Dump the bags on the truck. Now I like to go up, flip this lever, come down a little bit, or not, but pull the pin. Once you pull that pin, I always pull it in the up position, all the way down to the ground. Keep going. Now, the other lever puts the dog legs down. I just call them dog legs. I don't know what they're really called. Neck stand, whatever. And go up a little bit like that, just so you clear it. And then what I do is, see a lot of guys drag that on the ground. What I'll do is, I'll pull out from the trailer, and then after I pull out like a foot or so, I'll put the bags back up so we're not dragging the neck around the yard. So, what I like to do is get your chains out before you put the machine on, because there's nothing worse than trying to reach under the machine to get chains. I'm not sure if we're going to need the front chains. We may be able to just go to the track, but we need one over the bucket. And then one more to go with that one. Now, all right, we got to get the Komatsu 235, I think he said. It's out back here somewhere. All right, so my mistake. It's a 238. I gotta climb up here. Just gotta be careful because it's wet out. These boots don't have any grip on them, so I don't want to fall down again, because he says this machine's all set to go. So I am not going to get too crazy with oil checking and stuff. They just checked it out. I just talked to the mechanic. He says it's all set. He has a mechanic that comes in early for stuff, so it's a big bucket. I love Komatsu excavators. Alright, I am going to open the window though. this guy's doing. I'm gonna put the lights on. Maybe he'll not box us in. Medium speed on the tracks. All right, I gotta round the corner here, make sure this guy knows what I'm doing. I'll check back in a minute. Now, some people will tell you like, oh, you gotta have the tracks with the, you know, facing this way or that way, but real low bed guys don't actually care. You know, what I mean is like some people are like, oh, you have to have the final drives in the rear, that way when you drive on, that the sticks are, you know, what's the word I'm trying to say, that you're going forward instead of back. Like it really doesn't matter. All you have to do is turn this down, high, low track speed, turn the throttle down a little, and then what I like to do is just line the tracks up so it's the same distance between that I-beam in there and that I-beam in there. And it's been a while. I haven't ran the low bed in, I don't know, probably six years maybe. I haven't put a excavator on the low bed, maybe. We gotta go this way a little bit. And if you're a little towards the driver's side, just a hair towards the driver's side, I'm not doing the outriggers. I mean, if you want to do them, go ahead, but around here I've never got pulled over for that because more than 50% is on the trailer, you know what I mean, of the track. The only time I'll do the outriggers is if that center chain, see the center chain, see how we're like over here, we're on the trailer. If you're out a little bit, the tracks will do like a roll to them. I'll use the outriggers for that, but other than that, I try not to because bucket curl, bucket up. Looks like somebody's already been stuffing it into the stick, so we'll just do the same. I don't know what the height is on this one, but we are going to put her right there. I'm trying to do this as quick as I can because the guys are waiting on this, and I also am being paid by the man, so if I forget some instructions, this is not an instructional video anyways. Let's yeah, let's do that. Check the height after. This thing's so tall. So, for me, the rule of thumb is, if this part here is below the cab, you're good. So, right down there. Whoop! I just want to see if we can, yeah, oh, freaking thing. I've seen that they've been stuffing it up there, but I wonder, that's pretty tight, and we're not touching. But gotta be careful because that hydraulic stick will touch over there All right, are we on it? Yep, we're on it. Oop, I heard the wood. All right. All right. So we'll check it with the height stick anyways, but we're below that handrail over there. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. It's really starting to come down, guys. I don't even know how much I'm gonna be able to film here without wrecking my camera. And since I like this DJI camera, I really don't want to wreck it. So, all right, start picking it up. Flip this down, then go. I like to ride on 1, 2, 3. Boom. And then double check the legs. If you did this correctly, this pin should just flop in, no problem. All right. Hook up the lines. Come on. All right, now while that's doing that, I like to push in the air brakes, lift up the bags, set the idle up to pump up the trailer. All right, so I don't wreck the camera. Let me chain this down and then I'll see you in a minute. Alright, I put the wide load magnets on the front. All 4 points are chained down and the flags are on the tracks. But I've never hauled this 238 before, so I want to check the height. Now that the trailer is pumped up and all the air is in the bags on the truck, I still have to get the dirt off of the tracks before we go. But now that the everything's pumped up and we're on level ground here, I want to check the height. I don't know what's wrong with this stick. It's got dirt in it. Oh, come on. So it's got locking buttons. All right, 12. The way this works is you swing the top until you touch something. That's our highest point, I believe, is the cab. I don't know if I can reach in there. Yeah, barely. 12.2 is how this works. 12.2. And that's with me swinging it back and forth. So call it 12.3 to be on the safe side. So now I know if I ever haul this again in this position with the stick down, this thing, come on. There we go. See it, you gotta pull it out and then it just locks, and then I'll put it back up here. So 238 sitting on a low bed with all the bags pumped up is 12.2. Give it 12.3 for the bounce. It'll, you know, well, realistically, it'll bounce like, you know, a good 3 to 4 inches. That's why I like to go slow under the overpasses and stuff, but that's just me. And if you want, you can adjust the air ride height in the back. You can adjust the neck. But I'm gonna get this dirt off and then we're gonna get out of here. So if you don't like how high you are, you can drop the front. We're kind of high, but I gotta get out of the yard here. There's a big bump. So, let me clean the dirt off and we'll hit the road. Oh, I don't have anything to cover that stack, so nothing fits over these new stack systems. You know, like, I don't have anything that goes in that weird exhaust for the weird stuff, so. All right. I'm just waiting for the windows to defrost, but let's get out of here. The light bar's on. It's kind of a weird light bar. So what I did was, because this Kenworth, I used to move this low bed a lot with the what do we call it? The Peterbilt. And I think it was a little lower. So what I ended up doing was, I ended up lowering the neck 1 notch down from 3 to 2. So we're probably lower than 12, what did I say, 12.2? So when I look out the back window, right, I check a few things. I check the dog legs, I check the fenders, and then we gotta come down. He's got this drainage thing right here. What I like to do is come over it straight, head to the neighbor's property. But not get his grass. Where we're going, we have to take, let me see here. Ooh, we should just take the highway to get there. See, they got these bollard things here, so you really can't cut this corner. So, there we go. Come out, go all the way over, take as much as you can. Scare this person in the car because their eyeballs are at the lights right now. Of course, she's not going to move up because she's old. Come over into this lane just to clear those things, and then bring it back around. Come on. I gotta get used to this pedal again. The new style Kenworth pedal is the worst style pedal. Shut the Jake off. Maybe that'll help. There we go. Yeah. Sometimes people call up the office and they'll go, oh, your truck was swerving all over the place. It's like, yeah, well, when your trailer's 53 feet long, 102 wide with and then, you know, with a load on it, and you got tree branches, you don't want to break the cab, and your tractor's probably another 20 something feet long, call it 24, I don't remember. I mean, yeah, you're gonna be swerving. I forgot to mention too, whenever you chain down the machine, you should pick the trailer up first, because when the trailer's on the ground, it's flexed and cambered in a different shape, and then when you pick it up, it'll change its shape and loosen the chains. So I always tighten the chains after I pick up the trailer and have the gooseneck, or whatever you want to call it, the neck on the trailer picked up in the height that I want it, with the air charged to the trailer, pumping up the trailer. And then the other thing too is I'm not afraid to stop what I'm doing and double check. So like I'll oh, they're turning. All right, good. And then throughout the ride, what I was saying was, because I have a tendency to squirrel off, my wife says. What I was saying is, don't be afraid to stop what you're doing, get out of the truck, and double check. Like if you did the pin or those dog legs, because you know, a couple minutes of checking. Yeah, I mean, somebody might be like, oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, but you think that they're gonna give you a hard time if they tell people you're slow. Wait till you see what they'll give you for a hard time if you wreck something. You'll never live it down. So I'd rather be the guy that's like, he's slow but he never has a problem, than the guy that's like, oh, he's fast but he wrecks everything. Now check this out. I like to run through the middle. Yeah, we got plenty of room. I like to run through the middle, and then if you come up to this line here, do one of these and just wreck the whole thing. So it's 2 lanes, but set yourself up so nobody can pass you on the inside. So I'm blocking, because I'm wide and there's 2 lanes and this is a terrible corner and there's so many accidents here because people trying to pass you in this corner on the inside. I just take both of them and block them off, and then there's no chance of that happening, because guys will try to take this in the lines, and I'm like, now somebody will try to pass you on the inside. And then go over here, take as much as you want. I'd rather take, come on, there we go. It's the shape of this pedal. I can't do it. Well, I mean, I'm doing it, but I've been driving my Kenworth with the old style pedal, and then I got into this thing, and it's different. It's like a little round plastic thing, and it's like this, comes out like that. It doesn't have an angle to it, so it's like that, and there's like no spring to it. I don't know if the spring's worn out maybe, but you just rest your foot on it and it goes all the way down, so I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, but that's all right. And then because it's raining out, we'll just take our time. All right, guys, we're gonna get off here, go down and around. I don't want to go over the bridge and around. Yep. And the traffic stops. See, this is why you gotta do the speed limit with these wide loads and all this stuff, because people will cut you off at the last minute, or you come around a corner and the traffic's all stopped. It's just, you got to give yourself some reaction time. And then I'm gonna come over, take it wide on the ramp. See how our trailer's following us. And throughout the ride, I always check those dog leg things to make sure that they don't weep, because they are hydraulic. So I've seen some cases where people have had those, like, have a hydraulic leak and then they come down and then you turn the corner and then they wipe out the fenders. So and then this road here, the lanes are really small, so I just take them both. I mean, if you look in the mirror, we're almost on the yellow line there and almost on the white line there, so I just assume not try to let people get next to me. So he said just keep going straight, go to the top of the hill. It's funny, when I was driving down the highway, this guy passed by and he was calling the name of the regular driver that drives this. And I answered him and I said, well, he's out today. And he goes, he says, well, today's the perfect day to bang out sick. And I go, I don't know if he's on vacation or if he's sick. I don't really know what the deal is. And he said, well, whatever it is, today is a good day not to be driving a low bed because of the rain. Yep. Construction area, do not enter. Guess what? I'm about to enter. He's waving at me. I don't know what he wants. Is there another entrance? Or is he trying to tell this guy to move? I'm not sure. All right, I just went up there and walked. He said to back in, but that to me is not a good idea. So I explained to him that I will have to take the machine off the front of the trailer, and this is new pavement, so backing in is not a good idea, because then if we back in, I gotta get over more. It's real tight. Real tight, and there's a drop off down here. Whoa. They have undermined this road. Holy crap. I don't know if you guys could see that, but that is scary. See, if I backed in, I was trying to explain to him, if I backed in, then, see, they didn't listen to what I said, but whatever. I said get these trucks out of here. I just want to be off the pavement. There we go. All right, let me unload this, I'll get back. All right, guys. We are hooked up and headed out. Excavators over there. I pulled the truck up in this corner and they snuck the machine by me. I'm just pumping up air. And then these guys are gonna back me out just to be on the safe side, because it is tight in here and it is raining. Might have to do some jockey moves. I hate temp fence, because if you needed to take the grass for any reason, you can't. I also want to keep keep the truck away from this big drop off. This dude that's guiding me, he doesn't speak English too good, but he's worked here for like ever, and he always helps, like no matter what the situation is. I'm gonna get the trailer over more. That's what I was worried about. And I think this surveying guy put his legs back up. He moved for us, really nice guy, but he like put his legs back. I just need to get this trailer tight to here so I don't end up on the grass over there. But I also gotta watch this drop off over here. But I think we got it. I mean, if his pickup, I'm gonna have to start coming around now so I don't clip the back of his pickup. Yeah, we got this all day long. Come across here, clear the nose of his pickup. I mean, clear our nose of his pickup, and then stay on the pavement. Somebody's been off the pavement, but it ain't us, or it ain't me. Oh, I gotta shut this. I'm like, why does this truck sound weird? I gotta shut the PTO off. Alright, dog legs up, pins in, airlines are on. I mean, all that stuff I checked up there, but you know. Got all the chains, got all the flags. See, it shifts different now, look at it. Like butter. Look at it, like butter, I'm telling you. I mean, literally, whenever you have a truck, a tractor, and it's loaded, all trucks shift different when they're loaded. And you have to learn how the truck reacts when the load is in a certain position on the trailer. And this truck bobtailing is horrendous to shift. I cannot shift this thing bobtailing to save my life. Dump trailer, perfect load on this truck. It shifts like butter. Empty low bed, look at, like butter. It's kind of a weird thing, but it's a thing. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this one. If you're new to the channel, you know, consider subscribing. Hit the like button. And if you've been here for a long time, hey, thanks for the support and always watching the videos. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. What it'll be, I don't know.